Okay, so we're back here again, and so as you guys are heading out of Phandalin, Sept rolled the d20 this time and got a 9, so let's see what that means. One of these days I might have this table memorized, but... let me see... Where's that? One
It
second.
means that death is coming.
The dragon comes down.
It's today.
Well, boys, I'm sorry, but it's today.
Oh, fuck.
So as you guys are heading out of Phandalin, way off in the east, up in the mountains, you see a large, shadowy
So,
figure.
Called it.
God damn it.
But luckily for you guys, it doesn't seem to notice or have any care about you, but it's sort of like, I'd say, somewhere like off this way. Hang on, my thing's not clicking. Somewhere off, like this way, but even further, just kind of off into the shadowy area that you can't really see. Oops, wrong one. But you kind of see that the dragon. I think you've seen it a couple times in this adventure, but you've been fortunate to not have encountered it yet. But you've seen it off in the distance.
Shit all over us.
So you know it's real. Like these people of Phandalin aren't just completely making stuff up.
So do we all see it, or is it just Sept?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone knock on my door. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, you guys, you all notice it. I imagine, seeing this large shadow going across the sun kind of catches your attention. And so, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't. It's so far away that it doesn't notice you. It's up in the sky. You're just these little figures down on the ground, hidden among the trees.
Sorry. False alarm.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so as you guys head out of Phandalin, you see that, and you head up that little road that's connecting to the Tribor Trail. And unless there's anything special you have in mind, you go through most of the entirety of the first day without any real trouble. And you eventually, like towards sunset time, you make it to the edge of the Neverwinter Woods. Who among you has the highest survival?
I don't know.
So, I've got 0.
I have with survival.
I think I have decent survival.
I got 1.
I got 3.
3, okay. So, I'm just strictly going by the way this adventure's written. The one among you who has the highest survival, I suppose that could even include your sidekicks, needs to make, when you enter the Neverwinter Woods, you need to make a DC 10 wisdom check.
Oh, alright.
Wisdom survival, or?
Yeah, it says wisdom survival. So
20.
20, okay, absolutely no problem whatsoever. So yeah, Sept is kind of leading the charge for you guys going through the Neverwinter Woods, because he just has a better keen sense of direction and all these kinds of things, and is trying to keep you on track so that you don't get lost.
I can feel it in the wind. Today is not the day.
But just about an hour or so after you get into the Neverwinter Woods, it's just getting absolutely pitch black. So it is up to you if you want to continue or if you want to hunker down for the night.
Is it going to be better to hunker down now, or do you want to carry on for a little bit and then?
If you hunker down now, we're going to need to be a lot more cautious.
Yeah. I'm fine with traveling for like another hour or 2.
That's no problem. Do you want to take the reins, Sept? Since you know which direction you should be going, and I don't have a clue.
Well, I would, except I don't exactly have elven night vision.
Oh yes, true. Okay, okay. And as long as you keep guiding me and I know where I'm heading.
Oh, yes. We're just heading
Okay.
to our objective.
Okay, so if you're gonna travel during the night, and so after another hour, you need to make another check with disadvantage, and this time the DC is 15.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
10. I mean,
An 8.
8.
All right, so yeah, what ends up happening, you're traveling in the forest, and it's just so, pitch black, and there's just sounds coming from every direction, and you get lost. You're doing your best that you can to navigate, but the ox is tired and it's kind of dragging its feet, and
Uh, for the night now.
yep, you need to roll a 1d4. I'll have Seth roll that since he was doing the wisdom.
Okay, 3.
All right, so yeah, you don't. I'll just spoiler. That's how many miles out of the way you went, but you don't necessarily know that. But you're just. But after a while, you definitely get the sense that you are unsure of your direction at this point. And do you guys want to continue or settle down for the night?
I think it's
Yeah,
best to settle down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's set camp, and we. I think we should keep watch. Take turns keeping watch.
Alright, don't worry. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
You get your meditation in.
No worries.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, after going into the woods, and again with the difficulty of seeing and everything, you decide it's best just to give the ox a little bit of a break. Tie him up to a tree or something and just let him stand for a while. Take the load of the cart maybe off of his reins and everything, so he can flex his shoulders a little bit and sleep however it is that ox sleep. I guess they don't really lie down. And yeah, everybody goes to bed, and you get through the night with no problem.
Sweet.
Amazing.
So let me see here. I'm trying to keep a fairly decent count of like the days since the whole thing started. All right, so you wake up the next day, and what are you gonna do?
Immediately check the back and make sure everything is still there.
The provisions and everything.
Yep, all the supplies, all the provisions.
Yeah, you guys did a good job keeping watch overnight, and there weren't any beasts or anything that came around and bothered your stuff. And Quinn was able to keep his grubby paws off. So yeah, you wake up the next day, and I will say that there's probably a general sense in the air that things are just somehow safer now that the sun is shining.
Oh, I don't feel safer.
Yeah.
Do we want to set off as soon as possible, as much daylight as we got? Get to loggers.
Yeah, can do.
So like
Sooner
it's
the
basically
better, I
as soon
suppose.
as the sun's up and there's some kind of light, you guys are packing up your stuff, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yep, you wake up and you get your ox settled back down with the cart, and everybody packs up whatever it is and gets back on the trail, and make Sept, if I assume you're still navigating, make another survival. This time, just a normal survival, DC 10. Yep.
19.
Yep, you nailed it. So the morning you guys had a fresh night's rest and everything. You can see way much easier now, and you have absolutely no trouble making the next set of the trip. So let me see, that's one. So you have, okay. And a little while after you set out on this morning, about roughly an hour later, about 60 feet ahead of you, you see this wild boar standing in a small clearing. And if you're not mistaken, the thing is glaring at you and it looks suspicious.
Oi, you turn away.
Does it just look like a otherwise normal boar?
Yep, it looks like an otherwise normal boar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast some sacred flame near it to spook it off. Like maybe catch like a bush on fire or something.
Okay, so you're not casting it at the boar, you're just...
No, I'm not trying to attack it. I'm just trying to like scare it off.
Okay, and I think you can just do that, right? It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you describe what that looks like and kind of the direction and how far away you're aiming, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just like look at this thing and I say, okay, animal, we don't have time for this. Would you please move? And once it realizes that this thing ain't moving, he's just gonna wave his hands around and you'll see like for a split second that hieroglyph appear in the air and the grass in front of this board catches on fire.
The boar doesn't flinch. Doesn't even take its eyes off you, doesn't even look at the flame, he just stares at you guys.
Let's try something a little bit stronger, and I fire a firebolt next to it.
Another
Can I
cantrip.
insight check this boar?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And the creature are you? 8.
You don't get much of a read on it. You don't get any read on this thing at all.
Well, I hear boars are pretty tasty, if you want to go down that route.
I haven't had I did commit a good sacrifice in a while.
I'm going to pull out my crossbow, just point it at the boar while still looking at Sep.
As
Impossible. Yes, go ahead.
as you draw out the bow, the boar takes one board step backwards.
You going for it?
I'll pull out my longbow and aim at it, see if it takes another step back.
So as you draw out this weapon, the boar just, it doesn't make any sort of aggressive moves toward you, but it's just stays where it's at.
This is a weird boar.
It is. This is actually a weird part of this thing. I'm not entirely sure why they even have this, but they do.
Do we want to eat it?
Yeah, what do you think, guys? It's acting strange.
I am running low on rations, and he is asking to be eaten.
I would enjoy quite the sacrifice. The gods haven't received them in a while. Alright.
If your sacrifice includes us eating it.
Sure, afterwards.
Amazing. I'll fire my bolt.
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, I actually kind of forgot they had this in here, so I didn't completely properly prepare for this particular part. My bad. Let me see what this thing is. Alrighty.
Completely
here we
regular
go.
boar.
Here we go. I'm just gonna use this one. So you did what exactly? You fired a firebolt?
No, just my light crossbow.
Okay, and what's your to hit on that?
Oh, again, 8. Fucking hell. I wasn't even looking.
So you just fire off into the forest or something?
Yeah, I completely miss it.
Yeah, so I imagine, the boar, like it sees now that, you're attacking directly at it and not purposely, like when you did the Sacred Flame, you were purposely not hitting the boar. But this time, since you're aiming at it, but you're just a really bad shot. It kind of does the duck its shoulder thing and watches the arrow go sailing by. And
Is he still there?
it is still there, but when it sees that you guys are trying to attack it, it instantly turns around and just bolts as fast as it can in the opposite direction.
We really feel like chasing it.
That was strange.
Yeah, this block, I've read this like 3 times. I'm like, where are they going with this? But I didn't make it.
I think I
Watch it be a
know
druid.
Hmm.
Well, if it's Rydolph.
Fucking right off.
Yeah. Okay, I say
You're not in the skipping. Go.
we carry on. We carry on.
It's quite fast, I will say that. When it runs off, it's way faster than any of you guys.
Well, I could take a shot, 320 feet, but I won't waste an arrow.
Okay, so are you just gonna carry on?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out to see as we're passing to see the direction he went, if there's any other movements or anything.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you guys, after getting through that clearing where the boar was at, and it's a very bizarre kind of experience, but you shake it off, and you're just like, whatever, weird Neverwinter wood place, and you keep going. So,
sorry.
Go
Would
ahead.
I notice anything unusual about the spot that he was in? Was there anything unusual about that area? Was there, like, on the ground where he was nearby?
Let's have you roll investigation, and you can all roll if you're looking for anything.
Investigation's technically intelligence, so I don't think I'd have disadvantage.
Oh, 20.
Ooh, terrible.
20s.
Okay, yeah, 220. So when you guys are looking at this area that this boar was standing in, there's nothing remarkable about it. It's just, you're very confident that this boar that was standing in this open part of the woods, that it's not like a magical circle or anything. You don't really, you don't sense anything about this particular area that would have drawn it in or made it an illusion or anything weird like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite the odd boar.
Yeah, I'll lift back the layer a bit later on that one. But anyway, so as you continue, go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, carry on.
I was going to say, as you continue deeper into the Neverwinter woods, you'll, Sept, assuming you're still leading the charge, you'll need to make another survival check.
Okay. 17.
No problem on that one. Let me keep count here. So that's... and then another hour goes by, you'll need to make another one.
5.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, unfortunately, you lost scent of the trail, so to speak. And, there are all these trees and everything just looks the same. After a while, it just starts to blend in like, a cartoon background, or it's just the same thing over and over again. So roll 1d4.
At 1.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so you get a bit off track, but you very quickly realize, oh wait, I recognize this part of the sky or something along those lines, and you get the cart sort of back out and back on track. And another hour goes by, and roll. Hang on, let me count. Yeah, roll again. Another survival, I mean. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, 23.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, actually, so for this particular part of the journey, you are so in tune with the road ahead of you, perhaps maybe a bit embarrassed about getting lost before, that you completely make up for that 1 mile. Like you're so on track. You got everything clicking, everything moving like a well-oiled machine. Nothing gets past you at this point, and yeah, you actually make up that entire mile of time that you guys lost. I'm gonna have to count these 1 second. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you've made 4 at this point. So do 1 more.
Alrighty. Yeah, here comes the natural one to supplement the natural 20.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, so yeah, the final bit of the trip there through the Neverwinter Woods goes by, and you get through the last bit, and you recognize what must be Logger's camp as you approach this area here.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Let me get my You might have to
Oh, here we go.
resize the map or something. So you should be looking at. Let me just see this. I never can. Oh wait, it's not that one. It's this one. Okay. Yeah, it's Control L. If I click a token and you click Control L, then I can see what you see. All right. So, 1 second here. So the logging camp spreads along the south shore of the river, where a dozen tents are arranged on a sandy beach. Up ahead a bit, I'll reveal that in a second. And near a dock stands a cabin with logs stacked under an awning. Older cabins close by have been torn down and leave only stone chimneys and foundations. A grim silence hangs over the camp, and you see nobody around. So with that,
Oh,
let me go ahead and just reveal.
This is not obvious at all.
Oh no.
Just go ahead and reveal most of this camp to you guys, because the block text they give you pretty much tells you what's here, so you don't have to creep around
Must
like
have been their day.
Well, I guess the first thing to do is head up to the cabin with logs out of it,
Yeah.
outside of it.
Yep. Well, oh, there seems to be a wagon already there. Is it empty or is it partially? Looks like it's got a wagon or something on the wagon.
We can see inside this building, by the way.
You can see what?
We can see someone right there, by the way.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's not that big of a deal, but that's a bit unfortunate. I have that on the wrong layer. All right, you can't see me anymore. He's not there. Forget it. No, that's
Oh.
So this wagon here, is it loaded or half loaded or?
it is just like an abandoned type of wagon. There isn't anything of value in that wagon.
Yeah, because I was just checking to see if someone was loading it and then something happened and it disappeared or.
No, you don't see any body in there.
So I take it that this is fences here, along here.
Yeah, it's like a little fenced-in area.
That's just and that's a window.
Let me see, is that a window or a door? I think that's the door. So these, I believe, are windows, and this is a door.
Okay, I'm gonna bang on the door. Well, just knock on the door, actually.
Okay.
Is anyone dead inside?
And when you make that call out, you hear a bit of whimpering, like a person, like cowled up in a corner somewhere, whimpering.
I first put my hand on Zangel's shoulder. Hold on a second. And I pulled out my augury crystals. And I basically want to ask the powers that be whether entering this building would be a good idea or not.
And does this take 10 minutes or 1 minute?
It takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's only 1 minute if I don't want to cast it as a ritual, but that'll be a waste of spell slots.
Okay, so just as you're getting on with casting this augury spell, you hear just the sound of shattering wood erupting from inside the cabin. And a moment later, 1 second.
Yes, that might be the sounds of. That will not be a good idea.
So long
Clearly.
before, long before this spell ever has a chance to finish, excuse me, this beast erupts from inside the. This beast erupts from inside the building.
What?
Okay, excuse me, Arachnid. I was trying to ask the powers that be, but I guess you're just gonna answer it for me. Jeez.
Can you
Oh,
guys see
rude.
that?
Yep.
Like it
Pretty
zooms in.
ultimate.
So yeah, everybody roll initiative. Don't forget to
Uh-oh.
click your token.
Okay, so
I think we might just let a child die, by the way. Why am I laughing about that? I'm a horrible person.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Actually, I think
These initiatives.
Damn.
the sad part is I'm pretty sure Oz will go actually go before me. Because what's your dex score?
My dex is 4. Is it? Sorry.
+4?
Sorry, where's it gone? Yeah, so
Yeah, mine is +2, so you'll definitely go before me.
I said click a token and I forgot to do it myself. I'm an idiot. All right, that's all right.
sorry, do we see this thing?
You don't see it, but as soon as
Heard
you
you.
got near the door and started knocking and stuff, this thing was basically alerted to your presence, and and you hear, without a doubt, you hear just the sound of wood just shattering and breaking. It's just that clear sound of like splintering, cracking, and that's what you guys hear.
Sound of danger.
God, it's
And-
all of our initiatives in the single digits.
Let's see here. So
Oh, man.
Xandro
God.
Oh, that's
I'm rolling
crazy.
I'm rolling
I
bad.
got to roll for
and did
Go on, Quinn.
yeah, did
halfling
Quinn go?
shit.
Go on,
Quinn.
halfling shit.
Queen, come on, Queen. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Hey, at least the NPC rolled well.
Quinn's got the jump. All right, so starting at the top of the turn order, what's Quinn gonna do?
Dive through another window. Go on, Quinn.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
He's gonna headbutt.
He's like, guys, got this time. And he's gonna try to jump through the window.
Okay. All right, so yeah, the window is at it's just a normal 1 story, so he has no problem, even though he's quite short. He should have full health, by the way, too. Let me just go ahead and yeah. So
All right.
I think it should be 26. I'm just going to adjust that really quick. 26. There we go.
Yeah, he's gonna see this giant bug. He's just gonna yell out, "Oh, tremors!" And he's gonna stab at this son of a bitch.
So I'm just trying to think if anything should happen to him if he's diving through a glass window.
You can't be real dex if you get cut in the window or something. Like
Okay.
Acrobatic check.
Yeah, let's do an acrobatics check, 'cause I feel like he should have some potential for failing. But it is just a window, and I'm going to say 11's good enough that he can get through the window and not take, like maybe he threw a rock through it first or something. So anyway, he dives through the window and comes up to this gigantic ant-looking thing, and what is he doing? Stabbing it?
Yeah, he's gonna take a swing at it.
Okay.
21 hits.
21, it hits, yep.
All right, that'll be 8 slashing.
Okay, let me just try to make sure that I get through this correctly without screwing anything up. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and roll. Rather than using the default hit point thing, I'm going to roll for it. How can I do that secretly?
If you do r/GM roll.
So /R.
No, /GM roll, I think it is.
Oh, that's what that is.
It doesn't look
There
like
you
that's a command. Or is it GM space roll?
No, it
Actually,
does just say /GM roll.
all right, actually, hang on. I've got dice next to me. Let me see if I got the right kind. It is. Okay.
Like that.
I didn't see what you typed.
It's in Discord.
All right.
It won't let me type it in.
When I type /GM roll, let me try one. Oh, it did do it. Okay, and you guys don't see what I rolled.
Nope.
All right.
No.
Yeah. Normally, like I keep everything out in the open, but just to keep his hit point secret, because I don't want to just use the regular. All right. So it is. Okay. That's because you guys just walked all over those guys last week.
Saying that now, might a little below his normal HP.
Okay, so just to be clear, so he did 8 slashing. Okay, so all right, so yeah, Quinn dives to the window, all heroic like, goes up to this creature, and I'm gonna say, let me give you guys a chance to. No, not yet. He dives through the window, goes up to this thing, stabs it, and connects into this like belly region, and it just makes out this like shrieking sound. And that's Quinn's turn. Xandro.
Okay. I'm gonna rush up to the window where Quinn just jumped through. See if he's alright, and then just see this giant motherfucking bug. But holy fuck! As I throw in a fireball.
Okay.
And hope to hit. 18.
18 hits. Man, you guys are gonna waste these guys with no trouble.
It should be 1d10 plus 3. Yes, so 11 fire damage.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see if it has any resistances or anything. No.
I was hoping it was weak to fire because it's a bug, but
Yeah, I don't see that on this thing. Let me just double check, because I did goof up one of the...
Fire.
Is 1d10 plus 3?
yes. That's all I got down. It's 1d10 plus my...
I thought it was just 1d10 on the firebolts.
I don't know why it's a plus 3. Hold on.
Yeah, because I got firebolt as well. It's only 1d10 on that.
Yeah, okay. Ignore that, it's 8 damage.
8 damage, okay.
Let me edit that. Damage... Oh no, not plus my... Plus nothing.
Yeah, I think you only add the modifier if you have like certain
Spells, yeah.
messengers or
Yeah. It
Yeah.
automatically added my intelligence modifier to it.
I didn't realize this is a pretty big brain group.
A pretty big what?
Pretty big brain group.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has
Galaxy
decently
brain.
high intelligence.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you go to the window, and what does it look like as your fire goes sailing through the room?
I'm just gonna move over 1 again. That'll be my end of my turn.
Okay, are you all sorted out?
Yep.
Okay, so Sept, what are you gonna do?
Real quick, I'm pretty sure Oz would technically go before me because he has higher dex.
Oh, right, because it's technically
Unless
5.
he wants me to go before him. We can also just settle it that way.
No, you can go first.
Let's do it this
Alright.
way. You both roll a d20. Whoever gets highest goes first.
Okay. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
The,
Fair enough.
definitive.
All right.
Somehow you got the slight edge.
I'm gonna see.
I want to be really
I'm gonna
disappointed if this thing
cast-
completely dies before it even gets to attack.
Oh, mate. Oh, yeah.
I'm
Ours would
gonna
be-
cast Bless on Oz, Xandro, and Flynn.
Okay, so Quinn.
And I'm gonna get to melee range with this thing. And I'll also cast. I say, darn mind, I can't do that.
Say
Alright,
again.
that's it for my
It was Quinn and who?
It was Quinn, Xandro, and Oz.
All right, I'm just gonna put these on, just to remember who's got what. Okay. And you're gonna do what again?
I'm just gonna get to melee range and prepare to attack next turn.
Okay. And Oz.
Okay, Oz is gonna charge in. So we got 1, 2, 3. Up to this square here. And he's gonna attack this creature with his scimitars.
Okay.
That doesn't hit.
That is a
Boom.
miss.
So that's the first one, and then my second attack.
That hits.
That hits, and the damage,
Good lord.
10 damage.
All right. So what does it look like as you burst through the door and do this?
I burst through the door and I just chop at its is that its face?
Sure.
Those things coming out of his face, just chop at them, so he probably can't bite me or anything.
Yeah. So you go in, you come in, you get a good swing, you make really good contact. It's the pincers on its mouth. You hit those, but you don't like cut one off or anything like that. But you do, you hear every time you guys hit this thing, you hear that sort of animal screeching sound. It's kind of a very unsettling sound.
Hey guys, could be worse. We could be fighting giant ogre spiders.
Oh God.
So to decide between the Ankeg and Donabella, we have to, whoever has the highest dex goes, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is her dex?
Her dex is 12.
She goes first. Or I should say,
Okay.
Oz, is there anything else you're doing?
No, that's it. That's my movement.
All right, Donabella.
Okay, quickly, out of the 3 in the room, who is the lowest AC? What is your
Mine
AC?
16.
Okay,
Mine's 18.
and what's Quinn's? Oh, I'm gonna put one on.
His is fairly high. His is 16 apparently.
Okay, Donovan is just gonna run over to the window then, and cast Shield of Faith on Oz, and then step out the window. So Oz gets +2 to his AC.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, how long does that last?
I don't think it's on the sheet, so I have to look it up.
I put a lightning bolt on you as well, Oz.
Yay.
Yeah, doesn't have a duration. Let me look it up real quick. Well, the buggy bug takes its turn.
All right, so Donabella does that. So this
charging on.
this gigantic creature that has to squat just to be inside this room, and you can see now that you guys are have all seen in close that it erupted up through the floor, and there is a kind of surrounding it is just broken boards all around. So this thing takes and just looks at you guys, and it spreads out these pincer things on its mouth, and it just ejects this vile green looking slimy crap across sort of in this direction here. 1 second. Kind of goes out this way, and the three of you, Quinn, Oz, and Sept, need to make a DC or a dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
17 for sets.
What did I get? Oh, darn.
Okay.
I'm rolling terrible.
And Quinn.
And a 15 for Quinn.
Does bless help with?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
throws?
so can I do
It does help with does help with saving throws.
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Is it 1d4?
It is a D4.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, great.
Could that be enough?
Also help.
Could it be enough?
Yeah, could be.
And then
enough,
what is Quinn? Oh, Quinn got 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sept and Quinn, you guys are able to dodge out of the way of this venom that's shooting, but it still like splashes over you a bit. Oz, you don't see this coming at all, and it just lands like right in your face. And so, let's see what damage you guys take.
His beautiful face.
Not the face. Not the face.
So those of you that
No
survived,
longer-
or those of you that made the dex save, take half of 13, and Oz, you take 13. Just this acid just kind of sprays over you, and and you're no longer beautiful. No, you're still beautiful, but it definitely hurts a lot.
He's just no longer golden god beautiful.
Oh,
So I guess half would be I'm gonna say 7. We'll round up instead of down because it'd be 6.5, but we'll say 7. So
Rounding up. Okay.
Sept and Quinn take 7, and Oz, you just get this thing right in the face, and that is all it does. Let me just double check that it doesn't have any special. Yep, no, that's it. So it just sprays acid all over you guys. That's it. So what's Quinn doing now?
He's gonna take his longsword and I was gonna say he's gonna do it two-handed.
21 hits.
And two-handed will be 12.
Okay. So, yeah, what does it look like as as this little guy reaches up and stabs this thing?
Yeah, he just imagine like this, like the Ankh or whatever it's called, this tries to stab down on him with one of his claws, as though Flynn just dodges out of the way and just stabs upwards.
Yeah, so it kind of stabs upward. It hits this thing sort of like almost from underneath, but not quite. So like abdomen area, and it just recoils and this thing looks very hurt at this point. And
Right.
Quinn staying put.
He is.
Xandro.
Xandro steps through the window, pulling out his crossbow, and he just shouts, "Hey, ugly!" Yeah, you. Bam, light crossbow. 25 to hit.
Wow.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
You get sneak
Plus
attack.
a sneak attack.
Awesome.
Bam, 11 damage.
So
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. You get 2d6 now with sneak attack. Because you're level 3.
it's dead either way. I'll just
Okay.
unfortunately.
Just for future reference.
Yeah, unfortunately that was way too easy. My gosh. So
My
yeah,
face.
so what happens there, Xandro, is you completely hit this thing so perfectly that you kill it.
I just blow on the end of my my crossbow, even though there's no smoke coming out of it.
For luck.
And I just climb through the window.
Would I, by any chance, was Seth actually recognize what this creature is?
Let's do Arcana on whoever's looking to see if they know what this thing is.
Oh, Arcana.
I think that's the
I-
right roll for monster knowledge.
Well, what do you have any idea of like this monster originated because of magic, or it's just a monstrosity that was just born naturally? You know what? A monstrosity wouldn't be born naturally. That's kind of not what monstrosity is. So Arcana, 19.
Okay.
I'll go for it as well. Nah, don't have a fucking Scooby. I just know it's dead.
Me too.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd say with that 19, you can definitely determine that, from your past knowledge and everything, that this thing is called an onceg. I think that's how it's pronounced. And you know that, I don't know, you know whatever you know about onkegs. It's just this.
Are they edible?
You know that this thing is triggered basically, that these things like to lay underground basically, and they just keep to themselves for the most part. But if anything comes within a certain distance, it senses that tremor, and that's what caused it to erupt. Like when you guys got near the door and started knocking on it, it got that sensation that something was near, and that's why it blew up out from underneath of the boards. And that's kind of what you know about it. And you also know these things have dark vision, and what else? They don't move super fast, but they're as fast as you guys. And yeah,
Right.
you know that it sprays acid.
Wait, so did you say
Yeah.
they come from the Underdark?
It has dark vision.
Oh, okay, so it's not from. Okay.
Yeah, not from the Underdark.
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
imagine some will get into Underdark here or there, but they're not necessarily exclusively on Underdark. Creature.
Yeah, they're not exclusively Underdark. They like to sit underground, as in like below the surface, a foot or two under the ground. That's where they just sort of a natural habitat. And when they sense something walking near, not necessarily directly overhead, but near, they have a keen sense of vibration, sort of thing. And when you guys were coming near the door and knocking on it, that triggered it, and it just blew up from underneath of the ground there, and that's why it came up when it did.
All right. Yeah, Sip is gonna say to himself, fascinating. Fascinating. Never got a chance to see one of these oncakes up close before.
And as all this is going on, you somewhere in the back of your minds or in the back of your hearing, you've just heard this cowering sound coming from the other side of this door.
Oh, don't worry, screaming child. We'll be with you in a minute.
I'm not a child.
Are you the person who has our money?
Who are you?
We're not debt collectors.
Don't tell me he's the mayor's relative. What was it?
Is your name Wester, by any chance?
Are you also very paranoid with dragons?
Well, who wouldn't be? And yes, I'm Wester.
Oh, no
Ah,
wonder.
fantastic. And I open the door.
All right, so as you guys go in, or as you open the door, 1 second here. I mean, you've already seen this, but I was supposed to.
There's a man there. Oh my god.
Yeah, and this is
Surprise.
let's see, 1 second. Let me go back. I keeping switching layers here. So, yeah, as you go in, this cabin, has wooden floors, and which are now destroyed, and it's divided up into 2 rooms, and inside of this room, just barricaded completely in the corner, this guy has pushed his desk up against the door, and he is so when you open the door, you're having to kind of push against this this desk that's been piled in front of the door, but you don't have any trouble with it. You don't need a roll or anything like that. And
Yeah.
and yeah, he's just literally in the corner, literally like in almost practically a fetal position when you open the door.
God, your barricades aren't as good as your brother's. I'll give you that much.
Oh, you know Harbin.
We do.
He's the one who sent us.
Yes. Maybe you could convince them to stop, get paying us 1 coin at a time. underneath the door.
Well,
That'll be quite nice.
I mean, yeah, you can get rid of your stuff also, because you guys wouldn't have this anymore.
Okay. Is there anybody else, or is it just you?
Well, as far as I know, there's the loggers. They're around here somewhere, I think. Have you seen them?
Nope.
You are the first person we contacted.
Yeah, something tells me, considering that we were able to trigger this thing with just a knock on the door, some logging activity will, well, trigger more of them. Much more.
Well, all I know is just seen these monstrous things, and I just came straight in here and hid myself away.
Well, looks like it was your employees' day then.
Yeah.
How many more did you see?
I don't know. I saw at least one or two others, but I don't know. Maybe you killed it. I heard quite the commotion there on the other side of the door. Nearly soiled myself.
Well, we killed one.
Oh, you killed it. It's gone for sure.
Yeah, I like.
It's very dead.
I show some of like the acid burns on my shield.
Ooh, that looks like it hurts.
I'll show him my face. Look what he did to my face.
Eh, I felt much worse in the Underdark.
From the Underdark.
Long story.
What are you guys doing here?
Well, we're rescuing you. And bought your goods from
You got
Barton.
delivery.
Okay, well, I appreciate the delivery of the goods. I'm not sure how good that's going to do if the loggers aren't around. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're down in the tents or something. Boy, I feel safe in here, safer with you guys around. I think I'm just gonna stay in here.
Cool. Here's the deal then. While we go check the tents for your mostly probably alive friends, can you quickly sign a delivery notice?
Yeah, I can do that.
Ta,
Yes.
your goods are outside.
Yeah, and while he does that, Sep is gonna cast Augury again. Just to ask, will checking out these tents be a good idea?
Okay.
Don't worry.
So you're gonna hang out in here for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. And what are the rest of you
No,
gonna
While he's
do?
doing that, I might start unloading the cart and just
Yeah.
plonking it
Yeah.
all inside here.
Yeah, I'll probably
I'm
go
just
out.
gonna have some small talk with him, saying, yeah, usually I will do this with chicken bones, but unfortunately, Barfin only had these crystals with him.
Yeah, and Xandro, when you had him sign that notice, he took it and his hand was like, shaking really bad. So like he's literally holding his writing hand down with his other hand while he signs this note. But eventually he manages to sign the delivery ticket, and he hands it back over to you. The handwriting there's nothing wrong with his handwriting per se, but his hand was shaking so bad that it looks like vibrating all the way down. But he gets it signed and he hands it back to you nonetheless.
Is he outside with us?
The Tibor is this guy's name, by the way. He's literally just hiding, trying to contain himself, catch his breath kind of thing, trying to settle himself down. So he isn't moving. He's staying right there in that corner.
I'll ask him about this ruins here. I'll say, what's that ruin? The ruins. What was there? Was that like that before?
He can't hear you. He's way in this room.
I mean, I would have went inside to ask him about that if he was still inside.
Oh, so you're asking about these ruins here?
Yeah, so I'm going in to ask him, was that ruin like that before, or is it something that's happened recently?
He says that this was a cabin, and it's quite recent that this place has been completely torn down like that. It's got you could see when you walked up that there was a stone foundation, but he just tells you that it's been very recent that this place has been turned into debris.
Okay. So it's nothing to do with the monsters.
I mean, I think it does. I think these monsters definitely either caused it directly or indirectly. I mean, I didn't see him tear the place down, but it was fine a few weeks ago, a few days ago.
Interesting. Do you guys want to investigate that once we've unloaded the wagon or cart?
Yes, we shall investigate. That sounds about it.
I suppose we gotta go to the campsite to see if there's any loggers about.
Yeah, but Seth is gonna finish his augury real quick.
Hopefully he's done that by now.
Yep. What did
yeah.
Jen say?
Because we were unloading the wagon or...
But
Okay,
your
so
astrology,
just so I understand the sequence here, you guys unloaded, and then you came back in, Oz, and were asking him these questions.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I would say, but it was enough time's passed then by the time you guys finished unloading, and you come back in. So, Sept, your augury has brought up this revelation. And what was your question again? So I can hear it one more time.
will investigation the rest of this logging camp be a good idea?
So the response that you get is a bit ambiguous, and the reading that you get is that it depends on what you mean by a good idea. That's the understanding that you get out of these crystals.
Yeah, I just look at the other two main party members and I say, well, it would seem that the signs are suggesting that this might be the day, or it might not be the day. It's not good or bad. It just
Wow.
might be.
These gems are super useful.
They are.
I'm not
No, I can
trying
teach you
to
how to do
intentionally
it
give you bad
sometime.
information, but
I know,
what do you mean by a good
that's
idea?
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so are we going?
There's only one way to find out, and I head over there.
Yeah. Do we want to?
Maybe today's the day.
Yeah. Do we want to do something to the ground, like throw something to see if there's any movement or anything to set one of them up? Set one of them off.
Uh,
I'm gonna say by now
I
you
would
guys
rather
have seen everything.
I'd rather avoid trying to check and know one of these things.
I mean, like if we throw something ahead, so it pops up and we're not right in front of its face, is what I meant. So if we throw something, if it pops up, we're at a distance, so we know
That could work.
if it's a safe place to walk on.
So an insurance policy almost.
Yeah. So if you pick up a rock and chuck it forward.
I could summon a spiritual weapon and just have it bang onto something.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you guys heading?
So it causing that.
Ignore the one first.
Yeah, causing noise to see if anything pops up before we actually get there.
Okay, and just try to be very clear with me as to where you're going and what you're doing, just so that I know.
This camp.
Okay. And you're taking this path. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But I think Sept is using his spiritual weapon to bang on the ground.
Actually, he was trying not to use magic first.
Oh, okay. If you're not using, we'll be throwing a rock. I'll be throwing rocks on the ground ahead.
So basically, like, when you're here, you're throwing, like, rocks just, like, 10, 15 feet ahead of you kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll be
I'm
throwing
guessing
them
it's rock.
back there. And
Gotcha.
then if I'm here, I'm throwing them back here.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, as you're walking across this path, you're, being careful and quiet about it, and you're, like, throwing whatever you can find around you, broken planks of wood and rocks, and you don't, and you're fine as you're doing that. I imagine, like, you throw a rock and you kind of pause, and then you take another 10 feet and you throw it. And as you do that, you don't have any trouble navigating forward through here.
Okay, sweet.
And let me just check where you're at. So that's there and that's here. So as you get into this, are you going to go all the way into the northern camp, or are you just going to hang out back here?
I don't think we go in.
I'm
Call
definitely
out-
hanging out
call-
here.
We could call out. I'll be about here, and I'll just call out. Is anyone there?
And let me just look. You don't get any response.
They might be asleep.
No, in this doesn't sound good to me. I'll pick up a rock and I'm gonna throw it at this tent here. See what happens.
Okay.
So if someone was sleeping there, they would be like definitely distracted by it.
I'm gonna say it's a big enough it's a big enough target that you don't need to make a roll, and you hit the tent with no problem. And yeah, nothing.
Does it seem safe?
No one's replying. No one's probably not in that one. I don't think there's anyone in that one.
Alright, well, might as well head up.
Okay. Step over these.
I'm just gonna have my rapier out as well.
Yeah.
For precaution.
I got my scimitars
Now Quinn
out as
following
well.
you. Okay,
So-
so Sept and Xandro, as you guys get up there, you're fine. Don't freak out. But you do notice that there's this campfire in the middle that's like it's dead. It's not something that's been sitting there for weeks or anything. You can probably tell that it's been extinguished within the last 3 days, I would say. And but otherwise, as you're looking around immediately, you don't notice much of anything out of the ordinary.
Okay,
Must
I'm
have
just gonna
failed
poke
all-
around.
Was built a little while ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke around some of the tents, see what I can see inside.
I'll do the same.
All right, all of you roll a investigation check.
Okay.
Bop, 17.
Maybe I'll get a good one this time.
Oh, the +4.
Oh, it's okay.
8.
Okay, so it's not a really high DC, but so I'll say Xandro first. As you are looking around this tent here, you notice that there is a bedroll inside the tent and then like a mess kit, and you can tell that the bedroll, because of what you just experienced before and what you're seeing in front of you, you can tell that this bedroll is like basically partially dissolved, and you can tell that it's been dissolved by some kind of acid spray. And you also see some footprints in the sand, kind of in and around the tent area that you're looking at. And there are these odd looking marks along with the footprints, and it looks as if though and I'm gonna say, like, as you follow the path of the footprints, you can tell that it looks like there are these marks in the sand, like these people were drug across the sand, and then the footprints just disappear into a spot on the ground.
I think I found the loggers.
And then I'm gonna say for Oz, you see kind of a similar thing going on in this tent. You also see a bedroll inside. The bedroll's fine, but the outer edges of the tent are kind of like somebody sprayed acid all over them. They're kind of oozing still a little bit. It's dried off, but it's been, like acid has been sprayed in this direction. And you also see footprints around the tent, kind of going off maybe around this way, but then somewhere they just stop and there's no more footprints. Like they clearly drag in this direction, but then they just like like the ground opened up and swallowed up the footprints. They're just gone.
I'm gonna walk over and tell the guys what I've seen. I'm saying, there's definitely some more of these monsters.
But it tells me it's too late for these
Yeah,
warriors.
I
We're
think
about to check how recent these tracks are.
Yeah, and I'm also going to say, Sept, if I recall correctly, you did the Arcana check earlier. Is that right?
He succeeded in the Arcana check.
Didn't he get like a 23 or 25 or something?
Got 19.
19. So, Sept, I'm going to say something when these guys are telling you what they're seeing around, something else that you know about these creatures is that ankegs will drag their prey basically in down into the ground, and when they do that, they have the ability to, as the ankegs go down into the ground, they have the ability to collapse the tunnel under them as they go. So you would know from what these guys are telling you that ankegs have drug these loggers down into the ground, and they've just collapsed the ground under them. So that's why the footprints seem to just go and then just suddenly vanish.
Yeah, these are the sort of things that these creatures do. They leave no trace, none at all. These
so.
loggers are more than likely dead.
And so those, so they might not be in this particular spot. They might be in a different spot, but we don't know exactly.
It could be
They're
miles away
underground.
from here, just a few feet. Who knows?
Do they live in hives?
Do they live in hive, Mr. DM?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say no.
No,
Okay.
they're pack hunters mostly.
Let me try something. I'm gonna pick up a rock or stone or anything, and I'm gonna check into this. Was it tree? I think is that a tree?
Yeah, set a shrubbery, a tree or something. Yeah.
So I'm gonna check it right in the middle of that. See if anything happens.
Okay. So yeah, again, this is a very large target. You have no trouble tossing a plank of wood or something in there, and as you do that, out from the trees comes this little squirrel. What are you doing?
Okay.
He kind of pokes his head around and is a bit annoyed, and then runs back into the tree.
You've pissed off nature.
Okay, right off.
Oh dear.
He's back.
And he's just gonna
Well.
do nothing again.
Unless
We
we
do
have some...
know, we
Yeah.
do have an entry point to where they would be.
What about this camp? The second camp. Is it worth investigating that camp?
I'm guessing it's going to be the same story, but worth a check.
But I think we need to be careful just in case.
Well,
What do you guys want to do?
let's put luck in we will do then.
Yeah, we'll do the same approach, throwing rocks, pieces of wood, whatever we can ahead, seeing if there's any reaction in the ground.
Okay. And just before we move on, I just want to note that we are at that 3-hour mark. I'm fine with finishing this section. I just want to see if anybody has to go or anything.
I'm cool to finish.
Okay. Sept, I mean mainly Sept, because I know he has like...
Yeah, I'm fine with finishing like this.
Okay. Yep, I just
Yeah.
wanted to check. I'm fine to go on to finish this quest. But all right, so yeah, you guys are heading sort of south towards the other encampment, and you're doing that same thing, throwing rocks ahead as you go, and yeah, just kind of like point where you're throwing and point where you're going.
I'm throwing about that much ahead, about 4 or 5 squares ahead.
Let me see. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that seems reasonable. You can throw that far. All right, so yeah, you get about about right where you guys are at now, and I'm gonna say freeze, and everybody roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Because
What have we done?
right when you got to about where you were and you threw your rocks out from the ground, erupted. This volcanic eruption of sand just shoots up out of the ground.
Wait, let me
And
just click my token. Just make sure I get that.
oh yeah, click your token. Let me bring this up. And you see erupting out from the ground.
Xandro, awesome.
1, 2 oncaves.
Excusez-moi. Okay.
2
I thought you were
oncaves.
gonna go 3. I'm like,
Just this gigantic eruption. And then a moment later, just after those erupt, it causes another one to shoot up because it senses these guys erupting. So,
Okay.
3
oh, fuck, it was going
oncaves.
3. Fuck.
Okay.
1. Ha, ha.
I was thinking the same thing too.
3.
Alright, so let me go ahead and roll some of that. Actually, I can just do this, right? Up, up, up. Okay, so that's going to be that one. I'm just going to roll their hit points again, rather than using the factory default.
What time of day is it?
So you guys got here, let me think about that for a second. You traveled, it's evening time, like,
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
And Quinn needs to roll his initiative.
okay, and these guys, alright, that is their, okay, so, and now, alright, now let me roll initiative for these guys, 1 second. I'm gonna do that 3 times. Okay, so we're gonna say this one.
Who's controlling Quinn?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I guess
I
I
assume
didn't.
like the 2 NPCs would be a little closer than they currently are.
I can't figure out. I must have put this thing on the map layer or something. I did. That's why I can't find them. Okay. So now I need them on the right layer. Sorry, complete noob here. Alright, so add to turn, and we're gonna make this guy. Just make him red. We'll make this one blue. We'll make this one green.
Okay.
So we're gonna say that red is the first one, which is 7. Say blue is the second one. And he got 17. And green got a bit more of a heads up on this whole thing. Got 19. Alright. So that's the initiative. Now we'll sort it. Descending. Alrighty. Okay, so Xandro, you got the jump on everything. So what are you doing?
Oh, hang on. I have a brilliant idea, but I don't think I can. 50. Okay. What's the distance between all of them? Not 15. Okay. In that case, I am gonna point my sword over at blue and cast True Strike.
Okay.
Which basically means on my next turn, I'll have advantage on the first attack.
Can you
I'm making
reach him,
it.
just out of curiosity? 40 feet?
Nope. But I don't need to reach him, I just need to be able to see. Oh no, hang on, range is 30 feet. Okay, hang on.
Oh,
Okay, now I can reach him.
One use True Strike.
No, but knowing my luck, I'm gonna miss a crucial thing, so.
Oh, fair enough.
Let me color
So
code these
yeah, that's
things.
10 foot. So I get another 20 foot. I'm just gonna dash over here. Not use dash, but
Right.
just dive for this bit of shrubbery.
Gotcha.
And attempt to hide.
Yeah.
Okay. So you attempt, is it automatic or do you have to roll for it?
You have to roll.
I normally have to roll.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you're probably not hidden. It'd probably have to be a higher roll than that, I assume. probably like 15 or higher, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to beat their passive perception.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see if you beat that.
Because I assume that their
You
feet
did
are
not
higher
beat it.
than that.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah,
didn't
because
beat
most
it.
creatures are like 11 to 12.
Yeah. Okay, so is that it for that one?
That's it for Xandro.
Okay, so you do that, and then so I said, hang on, who was who again? Oh, the green one. The green one's got the highest initiative. Okay, so this Ankeg in the back, he erupts out of his slumber, not real happy with everything, and you guys are quite far away, so he's just gonna move up. And I'm gonna try this again. So I'm gonna say he moves here. Now, if I just press Q, he's supposed to just go to that spot, right?
If you press Q and then let go.
I
If you click and hold him, not with the arrow tool, with the just normal clicky draggy tool.
Okay. I mean, I know I can do that, but
Yeah.
I've seen you like. It seems to me like I've seen you do this kind of thing where you go,
Oh, do you mean like
and then they just
that?
follow it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to press Q multiple times.
I believe you can just right click as well.
Or right click.
I give up for now. I'm too stupid to. I don't know. I just can't figure that out. But anyway, so that one he just actually he's gonna dash because he can do that. So let's see what would be another right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just comes barreling across the ground. And he stops about right there. Let me just double check. I think that's about 60.
Uh-oh.
Nope, not quite. He can go like one more square. So yeah, he just dashes right up next to you, Oz, and by that point he's kind of exhausted his ability to move. So the next Ankeg, which was Baloo, I'm gonna have to 1 second. I'm gonna put in parentheses next to these which one is which this way because I can't tell them apart that way. So blue is 17, and then red is the low man. Yep. Okay, that's how they rolled. So blue. So blue is going to run up here because he saw you trying to hide.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Hello. And let's see, what can he do? He's going to bite you. Try to.
Come at me.
Can you see all that?
See what?
Nope.
Apparently not. All right, let me fix that because I want you to be able to see. Just to make sure I'm doing this part correctly. 1 second. Sorry. Normally, I like to have it set so that when I click an attack, you guys can see it. So just give me 1 moment. Apparently, I had that somehow disabled on this sheet. Bear with me. Okay, I think I found where that's at. It's here we go. So, oh, there it is. Always whisper rolls. Never whisper rolls. There we go. Now it should work. All right, so I'm gonna do it again, but I'll take the previous numbers. So do you see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so the previous numbers, the attack was actually 10.
Okay. Well,
I just want you to be able to see the text and read the stuff so that you know what I'm trying to accomplish. But anyway, so a 10 missed.
Yep.
So basically this Ankeg comes running over here, and even though you didn't quite get hidden, it still, when it goes to bite at you, it misses and just grabs a little bit of the bush and spits it back out. And yeah, that's his turn. And Sept.
Alright, Sept is gonna run to about right here, pull out his holy symbol, hold up in the air. I'm gonna need all the Ankegs to make charisma saving throws, because I cast Bane on all 3 of them.
Okay, and so your distance isn't a problem here.
It's 30 feet That's why I moved there.
Okay,
to get
gotcha.
range all free.
All right, and what's the roll again?
I believe it's a Charisma saving throw.
Okay. So I just click charisma.
Yeah. That's a fail.
So let's say, let me do these in order of their initiative. So we'll say that was so that was red. So it's going to go red, blue, green. Or actually I said that wrong. Let me actually reorder these. That's exactly backwards, actually. It's going to go green, blue, red. So that was green. This
Oh wow.
is blue.
Yeah, it's a big fail.
And this
Super fail.
is
And that's he just succeeds.
red. Okay, so what happens to green and blue?
They are banned.
Okay.
For flavor reasons, I'll say suddenly these hieroglyphs appear on their foreheads. And, like maybe they like look a little dazed because of it. Oh.
Okay, I'll just put this little symbol on those two to remember. I'm going to zoom in on the map a bit. It's a bit far out. Okay, anything else you're doing?
That's about it.
All right, when their turns come around, remind me to do the negative on like their debuff.
All right.
All right, Oz.
Okay, so if I move my character here, do I get advantage on this anchor?
That is a great question because they are large. They're not medium. I don't know the ruling on that.
Technically you should. You're more or
Yeah.
less straight from each other, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. I just don't know if it changes when your creatures go to large and gargantuan, but I'll say that that seems reasonable. Yeah, you'll have advantage.
So
Oh, God.
I'm gonna attack it with my scimitar. So that's the first attack.
Okay, 25 hits.
I'll do the attack first, and I'll do the second attack. So that's 9 damage,
Okay, so that's 9 on green.
and then the second attack. That's a 23, so that hits as well.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you're action surgeon.
No, this is a 2-weapon fighting, so I get.
Oh yeah, you have advantage. Never
he's
mind.
do building.
Yeah, and that's 7. I haven't
Okay.
done actions a surge yet. I'm gonna save that for.
Yeah, I forgot he had
Plus-
advantage. My bad.
So
Alright.
that's total 16 damage.
Okay, yeah, you do a pretty good amount of hitting on this thing. And just for the sake of time, maybe we'll save the cinematics unless you guys want to go into detail. I'll leave that up to you.
I'll just be
That's
normal
fine with me.
slashing damage. Yeah.
All right.
Save like the cinematics for like actual kills.
Yeah, works for me. So Oz, is there anything else you're doing?
No, I'm just staying put.
Okay, so now red is gonna take a go here, and it's gonna charge. I'm gonna say these things are pretty big. That these tents aren't even in their way, and even if it was, let's see if. Yeah, either way, it can make it over. And I'm gonna say. But for the most part, I feel like these things can probably charge right over top the tents, and I think you would be flanked now. Because Oz is on the other side.
Yeah, I think that's either I'm flank or both our flanks cancel each other out. I'm assuming I'm just flanked though.
What do you think, Sandro? Like in this
No, your
situation.
flank wouldn't cancel out. It's just your flank,
Yeah.
but you've also got flank on him. That's
Yeah, because
how
I
I'd roll
don't
it.
I don't play with flanking rules in the game
Yeah.
I stand for, so
It makes sense to me that you would be flanked and he would be flanked, but
Yeah, it
he's
does make
not
sense.
and he's not, kind of thing. All right, so this
Right.
one comes up to you and it's going to also attempt to bite at you. And
might be voted bad. I'll never say that again.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
So when this thing bites, it also grapples you, and I think on your turn you'll have to make an escape save, or do you do that now? I think it's on the start of your turn.
That's what it sounds like.
Normally, it's on your turn. You
Okay.
escape a grapple.
So this thing, when it bites you in its pincers, it deals 10 damage directly, but also just the saliva basically around its pincers grabbing into you does an additional 6 acid. So it hits save for
Yikes.
16.
Oh my god.
And I gotta make a Constitution saving throw to keep banging up.
Oh yeah, these guys aren't banned.
Oh, okay.
Good. Nice.
Still up.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. So I think
Done.
that's
Yeah.
all that guy does. And yeah, he's just there, and then Donabella.
Okay, Donabella. I think I planned this out correctly. She's gonna move. She can move through the tent, yeah, or at least through. the
Yeah,
tent.
yeah, she can go in one side and out the other. These aren't sophisticated like Mount Everest tents.
Cool, and then doop doop doop. Fantastic. Sept, Oz, and Xandro all get blessed.
Sweet.
All right, yeah, I'll let you guys put your little token things on there for that.
That one.
Oops. What was the bless sign?
Normally, I just put the encased heart. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
just whatever helps you remember that you have it.
nice.
All right, is that it for Donabella?
She's gonna move back to just behind thingy, and that's her turn. Done.
Quinn.
I just want to point out. Never mind. Go ahead.
If there's something I'm doing wrong, let me know. Please feel free to
No,
speak up.
you're doing everything right.
Okay.
I was just mentioning. Actually, never mind. Don Miller has some healing stuff. Because Seth is the only person with any healing, but forgot about Don Bella. So never.
Donabella has healing, and I completely forgot about that as well. So she'll use it next time.
Hopefully
All right,
next
Quinn.
time.
All right, Clint.
Go Quinn.
He's gonna run up to Sept and try to pull him out.
Okay, how do I do that?
Might be pulls in athletic checks,
Yeah, strength, something like that. Something to do with
Okay.
strength.
and if the creature doesn't have athletics, it'll just be strength.
Yeah, as far as like the character sheets for these things, they're not real detailed. So yeah, I just have the basic 6 stats. So I just roll a strength.
Oh wow.
Clint's a strong halfling, apparently.
Queen got a natural 20, so that's awesome.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
you would have pulled him away.
the Ankeg, he just completely has like a loose grip on you, Sept, and Quinn is just pulling for all his little halfling might, and he pulls you away with no problem.
Do I get moved to any other direction, or am I still in the same square?
I
How
don't know
much
how that
movement-
works.
Because it's half movement.
It's your call.
Let's go with that. I think half of Quinn's movement makes sense. So 15.
All right. I guess we'll just pull. We'll pull Sept right here. And,
Okay.
yeah, and Clint is just gonna stay there.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me. If you guys are all cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Andrew.
Okay, Xandro is going to use his advantage attack to swing his rapier at this blue bug.
Okay. That's
19 to hit.
hit.
Fantastic. And because I have advantage, I get sneak attack.
Yeah, and it's 2d6 for his
And it's 2d6 now. Ba-bam.
Nice.
So
13
13.
damage.
And do you get any benefit from his bane or your bless?
Not for my bless. I'm not 100% sure. what
Bless
Bane
is
does.
only on tech rolls and saving throws.
That's what I was thinking. And you don't need the bless on the attack roll because you hit it with or without, and you can't like re-roll for a 20. Okay, so basically, you did 13. Yeah, 13
Yep.
to blue. Okay, and are you
Cool.
staying
I'm going to
put?
use my bonus action
Okay.
to disengage and move. I'm not sure if I can move onto the space of that barrel, so I'm going to move there.
And because that's a bonus action, he doesn't get like an opportunity on you or anything.
No, it's a disengage. So
Because I disengaged, I can
Gotcha.
just get out scot-free.
Yeah,
Nice.
rogues can just
Rogues.
disengage as a bonus action.
Okay, so the green on keg, who I'm gonna say is gonna do stuff probably with disadvantage at this point because he's not completely surrounded, but he's got people on.
I mean, he
And he
wouldn't
failed
have
as well.
disadvantage.
But he
Okay,
failed the bless, didn't he? Or was it not bless? The bane.
He's baned.
okay,
This means he just
He gets
by
a one-
this is he
one to
removes
four.
if he rolls a d4 alongside his regular attack or saving throw, and he subtracts it from his attack or saving throw. That's all it does.
Oh,
Alright.
decent.
all right. So he's just going to, seeing probably his. So I'm gonna say his attention is in this direction still, and since Quinn just came up and was a bit of a pest, he's gonna bite down on Quinn. 21.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
Quinn
Yeah,
is
even
dead.
if you even yeah, you get Clint is hit either way, even with
Yeah. Okay. So,
my
yeah, he's
God.
one hit, and he's grappled. So put a thing on there for him. All right, we finally have a real fight. Crap! I'm gonna TPK my party.
don't let the halfling get Starship Trooper.
Okay, so yeah, the Ankeg does that, stays put, and that one. 17. Blue goes. Okay, so blue is going to go to its nearest target here, and it's going to attack.
Shit.
Osmer.
Oz. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything fancy you can do. I don't think so. Hold on a second. Let me see if these things have immunity. I think they do.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. And so this Ankeg just kind of moves a few feet over this way, Oz, and he's going to bite down. Does he have advantage? I think from what we said over here, he would.
He does. It's just the bane thing was but that's still definitely gonna hit if he's got a 9.
Yeah, even if he like rolls a 4 on the bane, it'll still be 19.
So it would hit Osmeril.
All right. So yeah, he grapples you too when they bite down. They also like pick you up in their
Okay, sorry,
pincers.
what was the damage? So it's 13 plus 4 damage, yeah?
Yeah, 13 slashing plus the acid from his like pincers as they grab onto your flesh. The acid just immediately starts eating away.
So I go limp in his pincers or whatever because I'm down.
Oh, fuck.
Interesting.
I'm
All
down.
right, so you have to start making death saving throws. All right, I'm happy that the fight's more difficult, but crap. Okay.
I had a health potion. I thought,
If
what?
I-
I won't take it now. I'll take it later.
From one DM to another, if a character dies and you're playing like an actual module where it's like an actual scripted counter, don't feel too bad. It could literally have just been bad rolls or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, so anyway, so yeah, he gets a good chomping down on you, and he has your limp body held up in up in his mouth. All right, Sept.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast. Shit. I guess I'll cast inflict wounds at level 2 against Mr. Green.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit? Oh, plus the.
17 hits. Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's really shit damage. Okay, 15.
Is that 15 total?
Yeah.
All right. Let me figure that one out. So
I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 1.
okay. All right. So yeah, you reach up and touch him, and he just kind of some of his scaling starts to flake off, and he's hurt. He's still standing pretty strong.
All right.
Anything else you can do?
That's really all I could do. That did like a lot less damage than I was hoping.
Right. I guess you have to make a death save.
Okay, it's the D20.
I think you can just click or something. I don't know if you have to.
Yeah, you can just click on the
Oh,
where it says death saves on your character sheet.
oh,
But
darn.
that's a fail.
Yikes.
Oh fuck.
Dun, dun, dun.
And the
Well, that's one death save. Last.
Yeah.
Death fail, should I say.
so this red Ankeg, he comes up here and he bites down on Quinn. With advantage. 16.
Remember to let's see. Never mind. He's not Bane.
The
Yeah, that's a
remaining-
hit.
What happened to the screen?
Yeah,
Come to the screen.
looks okay on my end.
Maybe it's my screen. What's going on here?
You're dead. No, I'm kidding.
I know, I can't see anything.
Refresh or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quinn goes down as well.
Crap.
Oh my god.
He's getting like tug of war between two Onkegs.
So yeah, this Ankeg grabs a hold of Quinn, and he's got him held up in his pincers, and kind of getting ready to do that like thing. Donabella.
Okay, Donabella is gonna cast Cure Wounds on Oz.
She's gonna get to close range to do that. This is touch, right?
Oh, is it fucking touch? Oh shit, it is. Ah,
Does
okay.
she have healing word?
She does not. She. Oh, hang on, that's Xandro.
I thought she had it. That's why I didn't heal.
No, she does
This is
not.
a mistake.
Or okay. Fuck it. She's gonna run in. That's fucking Shield of Faith. That's not what I want. I want Cure Wounds. Cast that. She's only second level. It's 1d8 plus your spell casting ability, which is fuck. Wisdom. So it's a +2. 1d8 +2. You regain 7 hit points, Oz.
Yay, I'm back up. For the moment.
And she's just gonna stay there, I guess.
So I got 7 hit points.
Yep.
Okay. I'm glad you're not dead.
Thank you.
Quinn, death save.
Oh boy, Glenn. I'm sure you'll be fine. He's not fine.
He's not okay.
Xandro.
I'm really sorry, but I'm just gonna run here.
Gonna run away. Goodbye, guys.
See you later. And Right, this was a good idea before, but it's less good now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Wait, what? Oh, I think. Oh God. Wait.
Green spot.
So, Kel can't. No, Quinn even can't do it. But red, green, blue, and Oz need to make Constitution saving throws.
I think he's will hit Glenn actually.
He will, yes.
So
But
Glenn
he
just fails
can't.
it, or
He fails it automatically, doesn't
yeah, then he just like takes another death save then.
he? Mm-hmm.
So if you
Okay,
do
Glenn's at 2 fails.
No, a 10's,
Okay.
a 10 saves.
10 to save.
10 is a save.
Yeah, 10 or higher on a death save.
Yeah. 10 is a save.
No, I'm talking about if he gets takes damage while he's unconscious, he just automatically fails to save.
Oh, okay.
Unless you
So-
want to rule it differently. But that's the official ruling.
It
Uh,
should be.
I'll go with the
13.
official.
Yeah, Constitution saving throws 13.
So I gotta click on the word Constitution, yeah?
Not the words. There should be. Yeah, just an expert saving throws.
Oh, on where it says saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That didn't make it.
I'm
Don't worry.
professional. Can you?
Donna Bella's got your back. She can heal you again.
Okay.
Or can she?
Hopefully.
So Oz is down again.
What's the damage?
10.
10 damage. Oh, yeah. I'll be down because I'm on 7 health, so I'm back there.
So for the red and the green on Keg, I'm going to make Constitution saving throws.
Red, blue, and green. They all need to make Constitution saving throws.
Red, blue, and green. All right, I'm going to do them in that order. Red,
That's a save.
blue,
That's a fail.
green.
That's a save. Fuck's sake.
All right, so red, blue. So blue takes 10.
10 damage.
So yeah,
And then the two who failed take 5.
okay.
And blue
And
gets
red-
pushed back to well, whoever failed
Whoever failed, I think it's green,
Yeah, green failed.
gets pushed back 10 feet.
Do I get pushed back 10 feet?
Yes.
So he's
So,
going to go here.
So you're... Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I'm
safer.
gonna get like knocked back as well because a giant bug's flying into me.
That's. I'm going to say that the way this effect happened, he was thrust up in the air, went over your head, and landed behind you.
Okay.
Just going to play it that way. Unless you want to move.
Oh no, I'm fine.
All right. Anything else, Sandro?
Gonna step back a bit.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's
Mr. Green is going to go, and he's just been had the kind of wind knocked out of him, and he's going to, from where he's at, he's going to bite down on Sept.
Alright. That would make you able to drop odds. Right.
Just quickly, does Thunder Wave, oh yeah, you're right about that. Does Thunder Wave make you go prone?
Does it say it does?
Right, I don't know that that would matter with these guys anyway, but no, you're right. He has Oz in his pincer, so until this grapple ends, the Anki can bite only
Who's
the
it?
grappled creature.
So you can either have him bite down on odds again, which will be really bad, or have him drop odds and bite me, basically.
I think if he drops Oz, that's going to be his action. I don't know that he can drop Oz and bite you in the
I don't
same.
think it will be his action. Doesn't sound like
Because
it'll be
it's
his
just a
action.
drop.
That could be his movement, wasn't it? I don't know. If that's
No, that's
okay.
true. Yeah, I'm gonna say so. I'll go that route. He spits out Oz, or just like lets go of Oz, and then bites down into Sept.
Okay, that's a miss.
Okay, so yeah,
Thank
he
God.
he
Thank
lets
God.
lets go of Oz, and as he turns, he just doesn't quite have the right angle and misses there. So that's his go, and he's going to stay put.
He's got a bit of golden hair in his mouth.
Yeah. So then the blue one goes, and is going to. Let's say he's gonna bite down on. Let me think here. No, blue is actually going to use his acid spray. He's gonna shoot straight across this direction. So anybody within, I don't think they hurt each other. Like, because yeah, they certainly wouldn't. It'd be like a, I don't think this, they have each of them have the same acid. So if some of his acid lands on this guy, it's not going to hurt him, right? Because you know what I
Does it
mean?
specify only enemies or all creatures within range? Or do they have any resistances to acids?
It says each creature in that line. It does say each creature, and I don't see where it specifies that.
Yeah, that is just each creature.
All right.
Friend or foe.
All right, I'm gonna say that these guys are, these guys are retards. They would absolutely kill each other if they. Let me just double check.
Yeah, they have like basically bug intelligence.
Yeah, and I don't see anything in here where it says that they have immunity to their own stuff. So, all right, that's how I'm gonna call it. This one shoots acid out in a line, goes all the way out to 30 feet, and 4 is its attack, so it's probably going to miss everybody. It definitely misses this guy.
Yep, that misses.
Misses Donabella. Alright, so even though it misses, everybody still takes 3D, or half of 3d6. So 4.
Actually, that'll just be it's not like a attack against AC is about. So this is a deck save.
Oh no, yeah, because if you fail the deck save, then you take half the damage.
Oh, it's a deck save. Okay.
Yeah, deck save. My bad. Getting confused here by everything that's going on.
So it's just a straight miss then.
Yeah, then I just take 4 of them.
Donabella does not save.
Oh dear.
And then this Ankeg does not save, so it takes the full brunt of it. So red takes 8. So okay.
Still have Bane up.
So much going on in this fight. All right, and that is that Ankeg done. Sept.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my bonus action to Healing Word, get Oz back. And I'll say I'll cast it at 2nd level, because... So 9 HP.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. And as my main action, I guess I'm just gonna try to shank green.
Okay.
13.
That I think it misses. 1 second. Let me bring his thing back up. Barely misses.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, that's really all I can do.
So, just question now: does Oz get a full turn, or is he like got to take a turn to recuperate?
He has his turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I still get advantage on green because he's engaged with the Sept.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So I'll do both my attacks with advantage.
Okay.
That's the first one.
Which one am I going by, the 23 or the 10? Oh, because of the advantage. Oh,
yeah.
well, it's the first one either way, so 23, that's a hit for sure.
So that's 6 damage.
Okay.
Is he still standing?
He's still standing.
He's still standing.
I'll take
How
my second.
hurt are these creatures looking?
Green is very hurt, almost gonna keel over. Blue is also very hurt. Red is not very hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna do my second attack. And that's a
Oh.
Yeah, either way it hits.
Could I use that on blue? because he's in my range.
We really should just focus one down.
Because I'm thinking if he's slightly hurt, then I could take the blue one out with my what do you call it, crit damage.
I'm gonna say I don't recall you specifying that you were changing targets.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, and out of character, I don't think a crit, even if you roll max damage on a crit, will be able to take it down anyways.
Okay, so that's another 13 damage on top of that. Hopefully he's dead.
Splat. So you spring back to
Nice.
life and you're just on fire.
Yeah, and just a quick question. Second wind, how does that work? Do I have to use it as a? How do I use second wind?
What does it say?
Can't remember.
You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to. So I can't use it, can I? Because I've already used 2 attacks.
If you've already used a bonus action, then you won't be able to use the second one.
Yeah, attacking with the offhand is a bonus action.
Once you, yeah. So okay, good to know.
Okay.
Unless the DM will let you use second wind if you use your action surge.
I mean, I don't. If it's rules as written, I'm okay with that. I'm a little, I kind of like prefer to stick to rules as written as much as possible.
Because rules as written, action surge lets you take another action on your turn for free. But second wind is technically a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that probably doesn't apply in this case. So.
All right.
All right. Are you staying put?
I
think you have to.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't do anything. I think.
All right. So the which one is this one? I think this is the red one. Let me just double check. This is the red one. So the red Ankeg has not used its acid spray yet, and it's kind of maybe a bit defensive now because the blue guy just sprayed it. So the red guy is going to retaliate and spray its acid this way. So that will be the end because they only have one go on that.
Alright.
At least they have a recharge on it, but I probably won't bother trying to keep track of that.
That's how we win. We make them fight each other.
Okay, 21.
So it's a 3.
3.
Oh god. Please
Oh,
roll damage.
Donabella.
Donabella, you
Oh,
That might go
Donabella.
down either way if it rolls too high.
And Sept's also in that range. Oh, you got the 21 dex save, okay. And then finally, the blue guy is going to make a dex save, and he misses, so he's going to take the full brunt of it. And it's going to be 3d6, 5.
Okay.
Oh, thank fuck.
So blue
Okay.
takes 5. And he's really messed up. Like, you stick a toothpick in this guy, and he's probably going to keel over. So Donabella saved or didn't save?
She didn't save. She takes 5 damage.
Okay. Okay, and since he's not, like, in melee range of anybody, this one, seeing his buddy go down... Never mind, he's an idiot. He doesn't have the intelligence to think that way. He just stays put.
Oh, decent. Okay.
Donabella.
Donabella's in a tight spot. What does she do? I think she only has 1 spell slot left as well.
Did she have a weapon?
Well, she can either...
She can
Try-
Sacred Flame the bastard.
Finish blue off.
Fuck it,
She
let's
could
go,
use her
Sacred
main
Flame.
action to disengage, but then she won't be able to heal Quinn. Or she could risk opportunity attack and heal Quinn.
Ah! Fuck.
It's a DC 13, I think.
It's a DC 12.
12. Okay, yeah. So he sees it coming somehow and dodges out of the way. And I assume she stays put.
Yeah, there's not much else she wants
Yeah.
to do.
I think Quinn has 1 more death save. If he fails it, he's
Oh, fuck.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come on, don't die,
drum roll.
Quinn.
We gotta do a drum roll.
Oh,
Ooh.
back up!
snap!
He's back
He gets
up,
back
man.
up with 1 HP.
Snap! Snap!
Way to go,
snap.
Quinn.
Holy shit.
Is that his
Man.
entire round, I think?
Yeah, that's his full turn, I think.
Yeah, he gets back up, but that's his turn, I'm pretty sure.
Way
Yeah.
to go, Quinn. I'm quite happy. I mean, I was prepared for him to die. I'm like, he's just a sidekick, whatever, but I'm happy. All right. Sandro.
It's like when you ask. Alright, fine.
Run out, pull out my crossbow, get the fuck away from Donabella. I'm on the right character sheet. Yes, I am.
That's it.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
No, hang on. No, it's just 19. I
19,
do
yeah.
get
Sneak attack.
an extra 2d6. 10 damage.
He's donezo.
Yeah.
Okay. What I realised I could have done is get Donabella to hold her action until that thing fucks off. But, whoops. Oh well.
So,
All right. Staying put.
so green and blue are both dead.
Yep.
So it's
Mhm.
Sept's turn now, is it?
Let me just double check. So 19 is that one and it's gone, and 17 is that one and it's gone.
Yay.
Alright. Sep is gonna run up to green and hope to God he's actually able to make good use of the Flick Wounds. He's a 21.
Yeah.
Like against his armor class?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Alright. 14 necrotic?
Wow. Yeah, you've messed this thing up pretty good, but it's still up and standing. It's it's very hurt, but it's not as hurt as these guys were a moment ago, but it's hurt.
Okay. That's all I can do.
Okay. So it's my turn.
Yep.
So I'm gonna move here, so that gives me advantage,
Yep.
and I'm gonna do my scimitar attacks. Is that a hit?
That's a miss.
That's a miss. That's the first one, and then my second attack.
That's a hit. Hit.
Wow, that's so weird. Why couldn't they just alternate?
Yeah.
And that's 10 damage. And
Be dead. Be dead.
is it dead?
It's not dead. It's not dead.
Okay,
fuck.
I'm gonna use
God.
my I'm gonna use action surge. So do I get just one attack with action surge? Because I'm
Yes.
Yeah, get an action.
Offhand is a bonus action.
I don't know how that works. Action surge. Let's find out. Action surge. Action surge. So starting at second level, you can push yourself beyond your normal limits. On your turn, you can take one additional action. Once you use this feature, you must finish a blah blah something, probably a long rest or whatever. So you can take one additional action. That is a
What's that?
miss.
I don't know,
21.
Oh, you get the. You see, do you
I
get
got
ice?
2.
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
advantage, so you
I got
can.
advantage. Yeah. 7. Does
That's-
that finish him off?
Well, you swung and hit for 10, right?
No. He's 21. Yeah.
This turn he's done a
Just
total of 17.
Oh, okay. So the 21 up there, I thought that was from a previous thing. So you did a 21 or a 10, right? In the 21, because you have
And then
advantage,
Yeah.
and then the what's
yeah,
so what's the total
7
damage?
So I've done 17 damage to it.
Total.
This turn. Yeah, total.
Okay. So he is still standing, but he is even worse off than Blue was when I said you could stick a toothpick in him.
Okay.
Just
And that-
die.
And that's all my turn now. I've done my action surge as well.
Okay.
Yo. Thank goodness you're not keeping track of its, acid breath thing. Because if it, recharges it, it could literally just shoot a line at Donatilla and Sets, and all the healers would be
Yeah.
dead.
I mean, yeah, the way it works, it says recharge 6, and if I understand recharge, if I roll
Just
1d6.
roll d6.
If it gets a 6 and it didn't, then it would
Yeah.
have a recharge, but it didn't recharge. So
Yeah.
the Ankeg is just completely messed up, and it's going to take a bite down. I don't remember which direction it was facing, so I'm just going to say it's going to bite down on Oz, just because he has the most hit points.
I don't.
You have 9?
I have 9, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
Actually, well, Quinn will technically have the lowest. He has 1.
Yeah. If anybody happens to remember which direction he was facing, I'll go with that, but I don't remember.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
He was definitely in Seth's or Quinn's direction.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll go with that. Then we'll say he's going to mow down on Quinn because Quinn heroically came back and he's just like, what? I thought I took care of you. Actually, he's stupid. He doesn't think that. He's just...
Meat.
Whoa!
Oh my.
Quinn, no.
13,
Rip
20
Quinn.
for... I think... No, Quinn's not quite... He almost died. Almost. He's like 3 away from instant death.
Wow.
Oh, right, because if it's double damage, so if he did 27 damage, it would kill him, right?
Yeah, because if he gets like negative 26 HP, he'll be dead. Just straight.
Yeah. So that I think that actually... I think it takes him down
That
to
was
negative
really
25.
close.
Because it's 1 minus 8 minus 11 minus 1 minus 4. He's at negative 23.
Oh my god.
So this thing just absolutely connects with Quinn, grabs him by his pincers, picks him up, and practically like could almost have decapitated him because he just bit down on him so hard, but it didn't quite go through. And Quinn is really, really screwed up. And that's the Ankeg. Donabella Fiasco.
Donabella, fuck it up. Sacred Flame.
Oh no.
Saves
Fuck.
Oh yes.
somehow. Is she gonna move? She's gonna stay put.
Oh wait, he only has 1 trail left. Oh, I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
Oh!
Too late.
Oh shit.
It's canon now.
Quinn,
It's done. Come on.
please.
Come on, Quinn.
I believe you. No.
Fuck.
Quinn.
Oh
Quinn.
no.
You've been a nice
It's like-
sidekick.
A dramatic movie in like an anime where like, Quinn, no. Every single
God.
slow motion.
Oh.
Our first casualty.
It's like killing Lydia all over again.
To be fair, I don't think my healing touch could have done a lot, to be fair, cure wounds, because he was still gripped inside the fucking thing.
Well, okay. Sandro, avenge him.
I'm gonna
Break
say
her out, charge up, jump, stab in the face.
He was just this happy halfling that wanted to go on an adventure, and he's dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
all.
what happened there in that last second was that pincer just finally went completely through his spine and just snapped his head right off, and he's gone.
Oh, fuck. 21 to hit.
Okay.
21
advantage.
hits. What's that? Yeah, 21 hits.
12 plus sneak attack.
It's dead. It's way dead. Yeah.
For your shit.
Just for justice.
16 damage. Fucking die.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
This isn't a victory.
Poor Quinn.
Seth immediately goes to Quinn, but then realized that it's just a body and a head that's separate from each other. He's like, well, I guess I was partially right.
Yeah, his body's like right here, and
days.
his head's still like as the Ankeg falls over, it falls over backwards, and Quinn's head's like in its pincers.
I've jumped onto the thing and started just stabbing it in the chest multiple times with the rapier.
Yeah, I just look at Quinn's body, and Seth doesn't really shed a tear, but it's obviously that he's a little shaken by this, and he just goes, "You can't control what day is our day, but Kind of wished it was a little later than this.
Today was his day.
Yeah. I've just rolled my second wind.
Okay, I'm not sure what that does. I can't remember. Is that just
That's just, yeah, it's just to get some hit points back.
okay?
Donabella's gonna cure wounds on Sept.
And I'm gonna say probably all your token things are probably gone. The hearts and the
Yeah.
all that stuff and death masks and all
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
It's a +2, isn't it, for Donabella?
Oops.
Yeah. That's actually... Oh, that's max. 10 HP, Sept.
Sweet.
Yeah. Seth is just gonna look at Clint's body and he says, "Well, we probably should take him back to Phantomland for a proper burial."
Yeah. Yeah. We should.
I'm gonna march on over to Torin. I think, yeah, Torin. Or Tibor.
Tibor, yeah.
Marching up. Just get him up and say, alright, we're going.
He's finally kind of settled his nerves down by this point, and he was like, "But what about the monsters?"
They're dead. There's nothing here anymore. We're leaving.
And
Yeah.
he just immediately kind of grabs like almost onto you. He's like, "Are you sure? What if more come?"
Well, we won't be here to find out. Come on.
Can I come with you?
Yes, that's why I came here.
Okay, let's get out of here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Oz.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've killed all of them. Do we take the supplies back then if you're not gonna stay here?
But I don't care what you do with the supplies. I just don't want to stay around this death camp.
Yeah,
Say to the other guys, what were you doing with the supplies then?
I'm gonna look for like a nice sized sheet from one of the tents, and I was gonna wrap Clint and his head up in it.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. So as you go through the various tents, you find a couple of the sleeping rolls that haven't been, like sprayed acid all over, and you take those out, and you can give Quinn's body and or his head like a proper wrapping.
Preferably both.
Yeah, no problem. There's between all the tents that are around, some of the onkegs, the way they were spraying the acid, sometimes it only landed on the tent. Sometimes it went into the tent and onto the sleeping rolls, but you're able to find enough sleeping rolls, and these are loggers, so they've also got various ropes and things like that just lying about the camp and inside the tents and the different wagons. So you're able to, without any problem at all, completely wrap up Quinn in a nice sort of, for lack of a better term, package, and tie it up properly.
I'm gonna pull out like some ink and a quill, and I'm just gonna basically paint the holy symbol of how the fuck you pronounce the goddess's name? Yondala, the goddess of halflings. Paint her holy symbol on the sheet and just like throw it over my shoulders.
Donabella is just visibly shaken by this whole thing. She's like literally shaking, and she's just like, oh, I can't believe this. I mean, we've just been going from place to place and just cutting things down, cutting threats down with no problem. I thought we were better than this.
We are. But I don't know why fate had it that our friend here was gonna get cut down this day. Not something for us mortals to question.
Does it make me a bad person if I say that I'm glad it wasn't me?
You're not bad, just rational.
I like when he was such a sweet guy. I can't understand this.
Maybe we'll find some more of his kind in Phandalin, and they'll know how to bury him more properly than I will.
She kind of goes over and leans down on the wrapping that you've done, and she kind of just puts her hands sort of like in a prayerful manner and just lays her head on the top and just kind of sobs a bit. Meanwhile, over here on the other side of the camp with Oz and Xandro and Tibor, Tibor is just beside himself in fear and just literally like on your heel. Wherever you go, he is practically walking on top of your heels.
I'm just gonna lead him back to the cart.
Yeah, might as well just head back.
Alrighty.
Where's a cart? Fuck it, we'll nick this one.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna sit him in the back. Say, you stay there.
Where are you going?
We ain't leaving without the others.
I walk over with the wrapped up body of Glenn.
I'll make some space on the cart. Make sure there's space for Quinn's body.
I wrapped them up as best as I could.
You did good. And then I'll help him load Quinn's body onto the cart.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do here? If not, I'll say, we're at a good stopping point before you head back to Phandalin. We'll just, whenever we're done here, we'll just wrap it up at this point, and we'll
yeah, that's fine.
pick up from here next time.
Yeah.
And you guys have completed 2 quests. You completed Butterskull and Loggers Camp. So on a more happier note, you level up.
Oh,
Yeah!
Sacrifice the NPC.
No, level 4. Fantastic.
oh,
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, are you gonna be allowing feats, or would you rather us just use ability score levels?
Let's talk about it during the week, like
All right.
during the level up. Do you guys want to roll your level up dice now, or
Oh yeah, can do. What's mine? It's a
Is that for the hit points?
hit points? Yeah.
Oh,
D8, I'm sure.
Okay.
Just like whoever has been rolling hit dice, go ahead and roll, and whoever was taking the average, take the average. I don't know. I think all of you were rolling.
I think we all roll. So what is the
Oh, slightly below average.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to use my ability score for my con as well, so my con would go up 1. Would I be able to add that to the roll, or is it before my ability score, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sept, Sandro, do you guys know rules is written on that one, or?
What's that, sorry?
You know, with my con, it's +2 at the moment. With the ability score, it'll go to +3. So when I roll my 1d10, would I do a +2 or +3?
It'll be a +3. He also add an extra HP for each level he earned so far.
Oh, extra for each level. So yeah.
Because basically, if your con modifier goes up, it treat it like you always had that much con since the beginning.
Okay. So I just have to add 3 to my previous 3 levels.
Yeah.
So it'll be +3, +3. So 1d10 +3, +3. So it's /r.
Like, let's say your con was like 14, so plus 2. I would say that for like levels 1 through 3, roll 10. So 12 extra HP each level for level 1 through 3. You increase it to a plus 3 at level 4, then you basically get the 10 plus 3 this level. And you add another 3 from because of your previous levels.
Yeah.
Anyways, starting to get fairly late.
Oh
Yep.
snap!
Oh, wow.
snap.
Gonna be the
That's
tank.
awesome.
Decent.
So
Yeah.
one last thing before we cut it. When you get back to Phandalin, you're going to be given the opportunity to do more quests. So I'm just going to give those to you now. I'll have you read them, and then if you could pick just the last thing before we wrap up, pick the next quest that appeals to you most. So, and again, you won't technically get these until you're back in Phandalin, but you know, I kind of need to know what you're thinking, so I can prepare, because I don't have any of these next quests prepared, so I have to do maps, monsters, everything. All right, so let's just go left to right. Xander, if you want to do Axelholm, then Sept if you want to read Dragon, and so on.
Cool. So, the Axholm quest. Embedded in the mountains south of Phandalin is an ancient dwarven fortress of Axholm, which has been sealed for years. If a dragon attack is imminent, the people of Phandalin can evacuate and take refuge in Axholm. To that end, someone needs to open the fortress and make it safe for habitation. Once you accomplish these tasks, return to the town master Wester to collect a reward of 250 gold pieces.
Woohoo! I asked for that.
That will be something that Seth will be interested regardless because of, history. Okay, Dragon Barrow. The dragon that beseeches us is not the first to threaten this region. Between here and Netherwinter lies the Barrow Mound of a warrior whose magical dragon slate sword helped fell a great dragon, terrorizing the High Road a century ago. I wonder who that green dragon might be. Rumor has it the Dragon Slayer sword is buried there, too. Retrieve it and let the sword be its own reward. Maybe.
Okay, Woodland Man's Quest. The orcs have fallen under the sway of evil spellcasters in Neverwinter Wood, and have been sighted in growing numbers near Falcon's Hunting Lodge. The spellcasters dwell in a ruined manse. Falcon needs someone to make it preemptive strike against it. Destroy the evil in the manse, then expect him to reward you. Okay.
Oh, preemptive, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what we're getting on that.
So
Alright.
then expect him to reward you.
So we'll do just a democratic system here. So say, Xander, which one of these appeals to you the most?
For me, as the player,
And also let me mention there's still the Mountains Toe quest that you have as an option.
yeah, I don't know. As me as the player, I kind of want to get that out of the way, and also I want to do Dragon Barrow. But as Xandro, Axholm is the way to go.
Okay, so which one are you going to come down on the side of, player or human? Or player or character?
I'll go Xandro. Xandro's choice of Axholm.
Okay, Sept, which one do you think is the best?
Honestly, Exholm, I'll say. Sept will just be way too interested in the Dwarven history, and 250 gold is nice.
Okay, and Osmaril?
Axholm, because we know what we're getting with the reward, and obviously we know with the Dragon Barrow quest, but a sword, just one sword between 3 people, so the 250 gold will probably help.
Okay, so I'll get that one prepared. for next time we meet, and that's going to be it. Let me just go ahead and shut the video off. So goodbye if anybody on the internet has made it through our quest.
And let's get a hashtag RIP Quinn.
Yeah,
Yay.
hashtag Rip Quinn.